Hello and welcome to SPORTBALL. First of all, I want to thank my man in Boston, Tom Brady, for fumbling with 2 minutes left in the Super Bowl. Made worrying about the Phillies this year a lot less important. Note before I do this list was made before Jake Arrieta, Mike Moustakas, Lance Lynn, Alex Cobb, Jonathan Lucroy, Jose Bautista, and Logan Morrison have been signed by a team. So without further ado, it's my 2018 Spring Training Power Rankings. Coming in at number 30 are the Detroit Tigers. They really have done nothing this offseason. It's definitely a rebuilding year for them. And with a new manager and a young team, it's going to be a bad year for them. I think Miguel Cabrera gets traded before the deadline. Number 29, we have the Miami Marlins. Derek Jeter took the best outfield in the MLB, Stanton, Yelich, and Ozuna, and they sold it for a box of saltine crackers. That's all. 28, the Tampa Bay Rays. Goodbye, Evan Longoria. Your star player is now a guy named Kevin Kiermaier, who is kind of mad with the team right now. Chris Archer gets traded before the deadline. 27, we have the Kansas City Royals. This could be subject to change if they re-sign Moustakas, a.k.a. Moose. If they're not re-signing him, the season could be done before it even started. Number 26 is the Chicago White Sox, and when your best player is in the circle of trade rumors during the offseason, you know the season is destined to be a failure. 25 are the Baltimore Orioles, and they have everything they need except starting pitching. They can't win 5-run games all the time, but that's not bad enough to finish last in the AL East this year. 24 are the Atlanta Braves. If they get Moose, they'll be bumped up a little bit more, but if not, they'll finish 4th in the NL East. 23 are the San Diego Padres, and I personally think that they'll be a lot better than most analysts say they will because of some of the moves they made this offseason, but it's still sad that it's this team, and that's the only team in San Diego. San Diego, I'm sorry. 22, Cincinnati Reds. Having bad pitching in a hitter's ballpark is already bad, but adding young players right now, it's not good for this season. This is a team that could be good in the future, but not now. 21 is the Pittsburgh Pirates, and when you trade your best player and best pitcher in the offseason, did you really expect to be a contender? No. Sorry, Pittsburgh. Maybe the Pens three-peat this year. 20 is the Philadelphia Phillies, and the rumors surrounding Jake Arrieta and the Phils seem to be real now, and having young nucleus and solid vets make this team a dark horse for the wild card, although I do not think they make it. Number 19 is the Texas Rangers. Signing Bartolo Colon should have made them number 1 on this list alone. Alas, it was a minor league deal, so in other words, mediocre team in a stacked division. Sorry, Rangers. Number 18, the Oakland A's. And speaking of a mediocre team in a stacked division, this is exactly the same division. This is the A's team that is young and stacked for the future, but not right now. Give them 2 to 3 years. 17 is the Toronto Blue Jays. Joey Bats is still a free agent, but is expected to re-sign with the Jays. However, if he doesn't, the Canadians are in for a long season. When does hockey season start again? Anyway, we had the 16 at the New York Mets. The hospital bill arrived from last year, and I have it with me right now. Let me just open it real. Jeez! I'm so sorry about that. Anyway, as I was saying, if the Mets stay healthy, they're a wild card team. 15, Minnesota Twins. Was this a team, a one and done, or for real? No one really knows yet, not even I do. So I personally am putting them in the middle because of uncertainty. 14 is the San Francisco Giants, and adding 2 aging stars is awesome, yeah, but it doesn't bring a last place team to the top of the division. But hey, it's an even year, so you never know. 13 is the Seattle Mariners. This team is never making the playoffs. I'm sorry. 12 is the Colorado Rockies. They have a terrible hitting time away from Coors Field, but Nolan Arenado and Charlie Blackmon are 2 of the best at what they do. 11 is the Milwaukee Brewers. Holy moly, this outfield got upgraded. Now we have Braun, Kane, and Yelich. The Brewers are my official number 2 wild card pick. 10 is the St. Louis Cardinals, and I know I just said that the Brewers were the wild card pick, but as of right now, the Cardinals are a little bit better because adding Ozuna does help. Number 9 is the Anaheim Angels. There's a big question mark about how the Angels will use their new toy Ohtani, but I see the rest of the team just as good enough to make it to the playoffs. 8 is the Arizona Diamondbacks. They're a good team with little to no offseason news. Same core, good for the number 1 wild card spot. 7, Washington Nationals. I'm not buying into the hype about this team, honestly. They're good, yes, but are they over the top good? No. They have a good rotation, and Harper and Murphy can help, but oh my goodness, that bullpen is still a work in progress. 6 is the Boston Red Sox, and the Red Sox finally got their guy for their price. Also, signing Eduardo Nunez helps until Pedroia comes back. This team is good, but not the best in the East. Number 5, the LA Dodgers. The defending NL champs are not the best team in the NL, but close. This could be a fun NLCS if it all pans out the way I think it is. Number 4 is the Cleveland Indians. So is everyone going to forget that this is the team that broke the MLB record for consecutive wins last season? And it's almost the entire team returning? How are people forgetting about this? Number 4, Indians. Number 3, we have the New York Yankees, and the Bronx Bombers are back, baby, with Stanton and Judge leading the way to the best 3-4 combination the MLB has seen in the past 10 years. This team is a wildcard team without Stanton, and with him, they are the AL East favorites, and it's not even close. Number 2, we have the Chicago Cubs. Having Yu Darvish, John Lester, and maybe Jake Arrieta. Wow, geez, have fun hitting against these Cubs, because they'll hit against you, and they will not let you get anything in return. They are my NL favorites for the World Series. And at number 1, who else did you think it would be? The defending champs, Houston Astros. Verlander is back, and you saw what they did with him for a fourth of the season last year. A whole season with Verlander, it's 100 wins, and it's not even close. So those are my predictions this year for the MLB season. I'll check back with you mid-season next year and see how it is. Thank you. And for Drew Wheeler, this is SportBall. Tommy, I'll just see you.